Over 130 residential schools were located across Canada. The last school closed in 1996. An amendment to the Indian Act in 1884 made attendance at residential schools compulsory for First Nation children. Cultural genocide swept across Canada in the form of residential schools. These church-run schools were set up to assimilate First Nation people and to kill the Indian in the child. Loaded onto cattle trucks, children as young as 4 years old were hauled away from their homes to attend residential schools in Kamloops, Cranbrook, and Coquitlam, as well as nearby day schools and Mormon camps. My grandfather was one of those children. I'm a second-generation survivor, and I can still feel the pain in my grandfather's eyes. Elders throughout the Okanagan Valley continue to deal with the trauma that they suffered at the hands of nuns, priests, and the government. It has been a continual fight for justice, and our people are resilient like the salmon.
We were stripped of everything. Our culture, our families, our beliefs, our language, and all that is Indian.
There are 370 million Indigenous peoples throughout the world. And finally, at long last, after a long dark night of colonialism, economic marginalization, poverty and heartbreak, through such ugly programs as the residential school systems, we are at long last stepping forward and we are reclaiming our nationhood.
I'd be like Eric, just how he is, live in this little village, hunt the way they used to in the olden days, dress how they used to, fish how they used to.
The Government of Canada sincerely apologizes and asks the forgiveness of the Aboriginal peoples of this country for failing them so profoundly.
When I first heard Stephen Harper's apology to the residential school survivors, it made me very angry.
Many survivors refused to accept the apology or the money offered to them by the federal government. While many of our elders refuse to attend church, they still hold on to their belief in their Creator and their culture. Survivors were offered money to compensate them for their suffering. Payment amounts were based on the severity of the abuse.
No matter what traumas our people went through, you know, a lot of our elders were so strong that they pushed the language so hard and they taught our culture, and that's what made us strong today.
The survival of our nation as a whole is dependent on the well-being of the individuals, the families, and the community. Our Wellness Committee has adopted a holistic approach to health and social development, and together we are healing.
As a nation, we have taken great strides in the fight against suicide and violence. Together, we continue to build a future for our children rich in culture, tradition, and spirituality.
In Syilx bush, I go up the skele, namensem nimsem Sweden, Scotland, came good that down it goes scale, go Syilx, goes Okanagan.
We are a people of resilience. We're not victims anymore. Every day we're getting stronger, stronger, stronger than before. freedom.